There were some lessons learned that I learned from Abraham Lincoln to study their history that helped me a lot in becoming a general officer. And one of them, and I wrote some notes for myself here, is to embrace change. See, Abraham Lincoln was very notorious for his ability to be in time frames that were very difficult and very complex, especially during that time on our American designing history. As a leader, you need to be open to change, and that's extremely crucial, and that is non-negotiable. Learn to work with change. I have witnessed through my military service where adaptability can mean a difference between success and failure. So you can be successful and finish your assignment, but what difference do you make on other people? And that's extremely important. So embracing new ideas, new concepts, guiding your team to the transactions of change is essential and very crucial. The other point that I wanted to make about mentoring and also what I have learned from Abraham Lincoln was the courage to have integrity. And sometimes we say, hey, well, how can you have courage and have integrity? Well, it go by hand in hand. You have to have like very strong thinking to continue to integrity even when things are going wrong. Lincoln led with profound integrity, making decisions that prioritize for the greater good. That means that it could be external things that are facing in externally in your life, challenges, or standing for your own values, or even your thought process. And it's hard. But you got to trust that you're building a foundation that honesty and ethical decision making is important not only for yourself and you identify with that in your image, but also your name. And so if we don't follow that courage and integrity, our name is linked to things that are not courageous and not in integrity. So we got to maintain that namesake. The other portion that I wanted to bring to light was empowering others. That's something that I learned not only through Abraham Lincoln's way and how we empower. You can empower yourself, but if you don't empower others, you're not really empowering yourself. Because the art of delegation in leadership is extremely important. So I have learned that leadership involves empowering others. Whether you're in the army or any other field, you need to inspire your team, to encourage the team to become innovative and to accept a culture of growth, to create things within all the forms and skills that they have and bring that into the table. So leaders foster culture of growth and innovation. Without that culture of growth and innovation, we cannot maximize ourselves. And I give that to my family heritage, the Wright brothers, even Amelia Harright, that also I'm part of that heritage. And the Wright brothers are my eighth cousins, and they exemplify their collaborative desire to make a spirit of flying and that innovation they carry through history. There's two more points that I wanted to make, and then I'm going to close. But I wanted to tell you that we got to celebrate our ancestry. This is beyond our diversity. Our ancestry really addresses our history, the grandparents and grandmothers that make the history they did to what they could at that time that was hard and tough. We have to understand that that is extremely important. Today, I'm the first Latina that is a general officer in the U.S. Army Reserve. I know it is important for our heritage and leadership and the history, but what it brings together is the perspective of the backgrounds that leads a richer dialogue of more innovative solutions that people like me can resonate with a familiar tree of life, that where the principles resonate with a strong family tree and includes, for example, the Crown Princess of Greece, that's my 12th cousin, and Miller, that remind us of the heritage that shape our vision. And I think it's very important to know that we can make a difference beyond our heritage. And that difference celebrate history, and we're making it every day. Last thing is service to others. You know, like you're doing a service to others. By this podcast, you are allowing voices to be heard that will serve other people, especially to inspire them, to connect, and to feel that in the overall world, they can make a difference as well. So the heart of Lincoln's legacy and mine as a military leader, we're putting the needs of others first than mine. And for example, listening to their concern and working together to create a positive outcome really are elaborations that make us and guide us through life in a success pattern, but also in service to others. And I believe that, those areas are extremely important. So in recapping, I just want to say that we need to embrace change. We need to have, second is courage and integrity. The third is empowering others. The fourth is celebrating your heritage. The fifth is service to others that make a difference in the tapestry. So these are lessons that I have learned that have guided me and hope to inspire others to embrace leadership and also to a community of integrity and passion in serving other communities. For example, today I'm doing a bachelor's degree in theology, and I have learned a lot from the scriptures, not only in Christianity, but all these other religions that are so important as well. And that makes me even closer to the human fabric of our own heritage that makes us diverse, but also challenges for us to have more intellectual and emotional intelligence so we can relate to each other. I feel that it's extremely important for us to learn from history and also for us to make a difference every day, as little as it could be. Even stopping for a second and talking to a stranger can make a difference to a life and can make a difference on people in where they want to be or how they feel at that moment. I give you this impression after I come back from combat. A combat is so beautiful in Hollywood, but it's not the truth when you are in combat. Now, I was in a tank division as a second lieutenant at that time, and I have Command Sergeant Major Hill, and he was amazing along the side of General Funk, the father of the other General Funk that you have on the podcast. And so I learned from them. I saw how they made decisions. And when they made decisions, they were thinking for the common good. They were not thinking about themselves. And that makes a big difference. When I make a decision or when I'm thinking about making a decision, I'm always thinking, how's this going to impact? What's going to be the risk? What's going to be the benefit? And how I can make a difference here that will last. And when I do that, every time, knowing that this is for the greater good, making a difference that is going to impact a lot of people. At the beginning, there might be some people that don't going to like it, and they're going to be your troublemakers. They don't want to accept change. But some after they see the good it brings, they come on board as well. And I learned that from the book of Rivals that was written about Abraham Lincoln, where he got people that dissonate with him in ideas or thought process, and he put them together because by hearing other people that think differently, you can make a big difference in your decision making and also creates collaboration.